So I just took a big step into getting my 86 Monte Carlo SS project car rolling, pun intended. I bought a set of wheels. I have been looking for some SS Monte Carlo wheels since about November. A set came up near me in Martinsburg, about 35 minutes away, Martinsburg, West Virginia. But I didn't get there quick enough to get them. They wanted like $150 for the set, which wasn't bad. I don't know what kind of condition they were in. But anyways, that was back in like October, November, and I've been looking for a set of SS wheels for my Monte Carlo project that I'm working on. Well, I was just scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, and a set came up on Facebook Marketplace up in Chambersburg, PA. So I sent them a message and said, when is a good time to come up? They got back with me and said, when can you be here? Chambersburg is about an hour and 15 minutes from my house. So I told them I'd be there in like an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes, something like that. So I am getting ready to head out right now. We're going to go jump in the truck and we're going to make an hour drive, or hour and 15 minutes, whatever, 10, 15 minutes, up to Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. And hopefully we're going to get ourselves a set of Monte Carlo SS wheels. Like I said, it's going to be an hour drive, so I'm out of here. We'll see you up there. Up here in Chambersburg, and actually I'm at a Tractor Supply, sitting in the Tractor Supply parking lot, because let's see if we can get this in here. There we go. I need to pick up some stuff. I got an air hose, and I got one of them reels to put the air hose on. So anyways, that's not the reason I'm here. I mean, I got to get that stuff. I bought that stuff. I sent them a message when I got to Chambersburg and told them I was going to spin by the Tractor Supply, and they said they would just meet me over here because it's basically right down the street from where the Sheetz is. So I ran into Tractor Supply. I picked up these couple things here that I needed, and now we're just playing the waiting game, waiting on these guys to get here. We are still sitting at the Tractor Supply. I sent another message to them asking, or just basically saying, I was just to confirm that, yeah, we're definitely meeting at the Tractor Supply, not meeting at the Sheetz. But it's been about 15 minutes and still no show on that. So I told them I was in a white Chevy Dolly, 90 Chevy pickup truck, and I'm off to the side of the parking lot. And like I said, still no show after about 15 or 20 minutes. I think it's been since the message I sent them. So maybe they'll be pulling in here in a second. We will see. Hopefully I didn't drive an hour and 15 minutes just to get stood up, but I think they're going to show. Time will tell, I guess. It's still waiting though. So basically, as soon as I turned the camera off of the last video, they pulled in beside me. They had stopped somewhere, whatever, no big deal. Got out, took a look at the wheels, and it's pretty much good to go. Made the deal, gave him the money, loaded the wheels up. They're actually in the back of my truck. You can't see them because I got them up against the front, but they're back there. And now I'm getting ready to head back down the road because I've got an hour and 15 minute drive to get back to my house. So I was going to jump in the back and show the wheels, but to be honest with you, I like to get home before it gets dark. We're going to get home, get these things out of the back of the truck and into the garage. And when we get there, we will take a look at them then. We got back from Chambersburg about 10 minutes ago, and I got the tires off the pickup truck, and we are in the garage. So we're going to take a look at the tires, or the wheels, not the tires. We got the wheels. I mean, they got tires on them, but we'll talk about that in a second too. But we got them in the garage. Let's take a look at them. Here are the wheels we picked up. We ran up to Chambersburg, like I said, like 5 times. And it was I think it was like 3.5 hours round trip till I got up there. It was actually closer to 4 because we sat up there for a little bit. So from the time we left, got up to Chambersburg and got back, is about 4 hours. 3.5 hours, something like that. So here are the wheels that we got. Let's take a look at this one real quick. They are going to need painted and cleaned up before we paint them. A couple of them's got the Chevrolet center cap, 2 good center caps. I'll probably replace all the center caps. There's another good center. I guess you'd call it a good center cap. I'll just probably replace them. This one has definitely seen better days. And this one has definitely seen better days. Which one is the worst? This one looks pretty good actually. Paint wise, like if you just clean it up a little bit, probably won't look half bad. The worst, this was the worst one here. You can see up inside there, just dirty and just needs painted. And they got tires on, but the tires are shot. They hold air. This is the Bridgestone here. The tread's all right on these, but they're starting to dry rot, and you see the cracks in them and stuff. It does hold air. I just put air in these. So they hold air, but they're definitely shot. This is the other brand, and you can see alignment problems or something, whatever car this came off of. But it'll do for what we want it to do, and that's just to get a set of tires and wheels on a car so I can move it around. 300 bucks, I don't know if I said that or not. 300 bucks, 75 bucks a wheel, and I will have to replace the tires, which I knew that going in. That's not a problem. The Monte Carlo SS is sitting outside where it's always been sitting. Hasn't moved at all. It's got a set of Craigers on. I'm sure you've seen pictures of it. I've got a couple videos up on YouTube. I got a couple videos up on TikTok. So here's what I want to do. I don't know if it'll work or not, but we're going to find out. I'm going to go take a lug nut off of the Craiger wheels, and I'm going to see if it's going to work on these. Now, obviously, it's not going to work all the time, but I just want something to hold the wheels on just so I can move it around, get it in the garage. Once I get in the garage, the wheels are coming back off anyways. So I want to see if one of those Craiger lug nuts will work just to put these on temporarily, just to be able to move it around and till I get the lug nuts that it needs, because I don't have lug nuts for these wheels, the right ones, the proper ones. So I'm going to pull a lug nut off of these Craigers and we'll see if it works. I'm back here in the garage looking at this SS wheel, and I went out and I pulled off a Craiger lug nut. And what I'm hoping is this shaft on the Craiger goes inside of the wheel. It's not like an acorn nut. So I was hoping, which you take this washer off, I don't need that. I'm hoping that this was going to fit down in this hole to where I could just use this lug nut. But as you can see, well, maybe you can't see, I don't know. It's not going to fit. Like, it starts to go down in, but the hole's obviously too small for that to fit in, so it doesn't really go down in. I could probably take a grinding wheel and kind of acorn the end of this, but I'm not doing all that crap. I was just hoping it might work just to temporarily get these wheels on this car, but this is definitely not going to work. So I've got online and I checked to see how much lug nuts are going to cost. I got a local auto parts store down the road, Advanced Auto. There's also a Napa down the road. But they want like 45 bucks for like 20 of these lug nuts. And that's a lot of money for lug nuts, $45. So I decided not to spend, till you get taxes, it's gonna be 50 bucks on a set of lug nuts. I went on Amazon and actually found a set of 20 for like 15 bucks, 16 bucks, something like that. It might have been 17, less than 20 bucks on Amazon for the lug nuts. I found out what thread size it was. Hopefully it's the right thread size. It's the thread size it says it was. So I went ahead and ordered those, and they're on the way. So these wheels aren't going to go on a car until I get a package from Amazon with my lug nuts. And once we get the lug nuts, we will put these on that Monte Carlo.